where you guys left off last time. You were traveling along as a group. You made your way to the Adventuring Academy, and it's been about 6 months. You guys have been studying hard, and every one of you has so far done amazingly, passed with flying colors on your written exams, and you have now made it to the final practical exam to be officially recognized as adventurers. So, your instructor, Miss Joanne, right in front of you, is going to call up everybody one at a time and give you some instructions. And I'm not doing voices. I'm sorry. I can't.
God dang it!
But, okay.
You can just be a higher voice.
Okay, I'll just speak in a higher voice like this. Is this
There
good
you go.
enough?
Perfect. I'm already hard. I mean, what?
Great
Right.
anime voice.
First up, Nog, please go attack any target as best as you can.
Which one, Steve?
One of the circular targets, please.
I see. All right. Oh.
So I want you to make you have to impress the teacher as best you can by attacking one of these targets.
Sheet. I'm going to throw a dart.
Okay.
At the one directly in front of me. Is it the +5 or is it the 1d4? I forget.
The +5 for the throw.
I roll. Oh.
And with a
Hey-o.
16, you manage to hit the target squarely in the yellow.
Hey. I end my turn.
And with that, the teacher looks at you, nods approvingly, and says you get a passing grade. All right.
Not the
Next,
bio.
next up, we'll have Galadin go next. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I can't. I'm sorry.
That's recorded.
Oh man. All right. Teacher will announce for Galadin to please go and make his attack.
Cal's gonna kiss the target, apparently.
Galadin's a sword fighter. You may use melee.
Hot.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I'm going to slash a target with my sword, and for my bonus action, I'm going to cast Thundering Smite on my sword.
Okay.
So for spell, do I press cast or?
Yes, for Thundering Smite. So go ahead and hit cast. That'll like use it up on your out of your spell slots.
Right.
And then I want to see what this says. Oh, okay, that'll be cool. So then, go ahead and make your hit with your sword. So roll to hit with the sword first.
25.
Is a 25. So with a natural 20, that's a critical. So go ahead and right click on your damage, and then it will say crit damage. Click that, and then click roll with your weapon.
Crit damage and roll. 13.
Okay. And then you now go to your spell for your Thundering Smite, and then you'll also roll the damage for your spell. 15. So yeah, you do. Oh,
Okay,
that one
that went through. Yeah.
perfect.
there
Okay.
it goes.
It might be because the weapon he's using is a homebrew. That might be causing issues. We'll figure it out.
All right.
All right. So with a massive like clap of thunder, Galadin is going to strike the target, and at first it's going to look like nothing has happened. And then once everyone's kind of come back to their senses after the essentially flashbang that just went off, they're going to see as he's putting his sword back in its sheath, the target is slowly going to split into two pieces and fall right as his sword clicks fully into its sheath.
Fuck yeah, Demon Slayer shit, dude.
Hell yeah. You rolled a nat 20. So with that, the teacher will give you a very approving nod, give you very high praise, and tell you you have passed. Next up, Meadow, please approach the training grounds and attack a target.
Keto's has been standing there the whole time.
Yes.
Like, oh, I should probably go back.
No, she's here. She's just not doesn't have a working microphone.
Oh,
She types
oh.
in the side chat. All right. With a 15, you as well manage to slash at the thing with the dagger, and you cut like a nice deep gouge right into about the yellow part of the target. And with that, the teacher again will nod at you and tell you that you have as well passed. All right. Can and teacher's gonna be very confused about his name. Sklunk.
Oh, that's
Um,
me.
like, please go attack a target any way that you choose.
Okay. Can I get a running start?
You may do it in any way you choose.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start here, and I'm gonna run full force, and I'm gonna slice at the first target right about here, and I'm gonna
Okay.
throw my next dagger right here. So it's like a stab and throw.
Okay.
Okay.
So you'll roll to hit for both of those attacks.
Do the anime scream as running. Ah!
Just wait till the roll, mister. Okay. So I'm going to swing with my rapier, and I'm going to throw a dagger.
Okay.
And then do I need to? I roll for dagger too, right?
Roll for the dagger as well.
Okay. Shit.
All right. So you run up, manage to swing your sword at the first target, but you do manage to at least hit right in the edge of the blue of the target with your rapier, and then find your footing and launch your dart nice and pure into the yellow of the second target. Teacher will nod her head, say, "You almost lost it there, but good recovery," and you get a passing grade.
Oh man, I'm getting chicken fingers after this.
Next up, can Zeras.
But of course, what I'm going to do is I am going to go all the way to the stairs, up. I go all the way up here. And
Okay.
I am going to just snap my fingers, point at this target right here, and fire.
Okay.
An Eldritch Blast.
Please don't be a nut one. I'm really close. I'm really close to the dumbbell set. I could die.
Ooh, all right. With that, you run up there, get your beautiful superhero-esque like positioning, snap your fingers, and a crackling beam of energy goes out and doesn't quite destroy the target, but it will scorch it quite nicely. Target's a little bit left
Alright.
sizzling at the end.
Accuracy?
And accuracy, it would be about the yellow, but pretty close to the red with that.
Alright.
Alrighty. The teacher will kind of sigh and say, "Lovely showboating," and then say that you did in fact get a passing grade. Bonus points for the character. And finally, can we have Mr. Duraga, please give us an attack?
As he slips in and out of consciousness.
It seems that Duraga's still unaccustomed to his warforged body and is kind of like going through a little bit of a power cycle right now.
Hey,
Oh, shit.
you in there?
I'm going to walk up to these 4 targets. And I'm going to use a second level thunder wave to blast the 4 targets in front of me. Well, at least 3.
Okay. Is there any sort of like a to hit for that, or is it a DC?
Just a Constitution saving throw to all the targets.
Okay, they get a 10. Does that do you beat that?
Yeah, I beat
Get
that.
past that? Alrighty. And Thunder Wave.
So yeah, it does 21 damage and then knocks them all 10 feet back.
Alrighty. So walking up, Mr. Duraga will set his stance and prepare a wave of thunder that is going to come out in a cone from him, knocking all of these targets back and leaving them once again kind of crackling and quite singed with electrical energy. And the teacher will once again be very impressed with this, and you will get a passing grade. So with that, the teacher was Joanne. Ms. Joanne will come up and say, good job, students. You have all performed very well for the past 6 months, and I'm happy to present you with your Rank D Adventurer certificates. You may take these to the Adventuring Guild Hall, and they will officially register you. Congratulations. You guys have officially become licensed adventurers within the realm of Sylvania.
Wait, this who got the highest score?
That would be you, Galadin.
Yay!
Congratulations. Oh my!
Oh boy.
Nog is huge. All right.
Oh god. Oh, they're getting bigger by the minute.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to use my new button I found.
I'm dancing on the table.
All right. So with that, make sure this is the right one. With that, you guys will then travel down the busy street and make your way over to the
Huh.
Adventurers Guild Hall.
Where am I?
Okay. Set the tokens back to normal for a minute.
It appears
my
I have not.
And here we are.
Ah.
Oh, I can't see. Literally can't see anything with the tokens. Please stop moving the tokens around randomly. Tito, stop moving the token around randomly.
He's on top of the bar table.
Oh my gosh. All right. So you see, you guys are now outside of the Sunhaven Adventurers Guild Hall. This is not exactly the biggest guild hall in the kingdom, but it is the longest standing. Sunhaven was where the Adventurers Guild began, and this is where all the new adventurers will start out, as well as where the most jobs are available. So feel free to go on in. The opening you see is the door, and go on in and register your guys' new guild cards. The person you register with is this man behind the bar.
Okay.
You would have that information.
I'm too
Hello
tiny.
there. What can I do for you?
Can I come up on your table? I can't see.
No.
Oh. I'll just stand back here then so you can see me.
Ah, there you are.
Hello.
What can I do for you for this group?
Anybody? No? Alright.
You're the one up front. He can see you.
Young man, please do not come behind the counter.
Come over here, Nog.
Comment.
Oh my gosh.
My group and I would like to register
Fuck all
for
y'all.
the guild.
Do you have your certificates from the academy?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Everybody give me your certificates. And I placed them all on a table.
Here you go.
Alrighty. Everything does seem to be in order. One last question for you. What is the name that your group will be registering under?
I've chosen us to be the BlueBerry Boys.
The BlueBerry Boys. Are you sure of this?
I'm yes, 100% the BlueBerry Boys.
Very well.
Fuck.
Welcome to the land of Sylvania, BlueBerry Boys. You are now registered as Rank D Adventurers. You may visit the bounty board and browse anything you would like from the selection.
Ooh, chicken finger.
Cool.
And
Chicken finger recipes.
now you guys have your options. Would you like to browse the bounty board? You also have options of going and exploring the city. You may do what you would like.
Let's grab this S tier bounty.
Would you like to see the bounty board?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Ooh.
All right. This is the bounty board. If
Mm.
anyone needs me to explain something, feel free to ask, but go ahead and
Attempt
discuss
to
amongst
read
yourselves.
Mm.
Can you read it? If you zoom in, you should be able to. If you can't, let me know and I'll read it to you.
Crew to man a shipping vessel. I heard one shipping vessel this week imploded, so I don't think we should do
The medical herbs, partial orders. What does that mean?
That would mean that if you complete the entire order, you'll get the 6 gold pieces. But if you only found like half of what they requested, you would still get paid for what you did gather.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we could
The
go after the
Gilded
bounty.
Forest outpost search seems
So-
interesting to me.
That one has been increased in price recently due to an increase in urgency. We've had, at first, we're just kind of like getting slow communications, but there's been no communication from our outpost within about like a week or so now. And we just want someone to go search out the area.
Ah, we could do that. Let's do that. Do a search. Can we accept more than one?
You may only take one at a time. However, if you accidentally or even on purpose complete more than one, you may grab the new one and like immediately turn it in, essentially.
Okay.
But you may only take one bounty at a time.
Okay. Because I was
Ooh.
also thinking the bandit camp outside of Orotown, because if we captured like all the bandits, we could get 15 plus maybe an extra 10. Who knows? I don't know how many bandits there are, but we could have a really good stockpile of gold like right off the bat.
Plus, the bandit
Absolutely.
captain might be there.
Exactly.
And real quick, I'm going to move you guys over to the world map real quick.
Okay.
So, you guys are currently in Sunhaven. The Gilded Forest is this entire kind of like stretch of forest along the right-hand side. And Orotown is connected with the Gilded Forest.
Okay.
So, that is definitely a legitimate option if you would like. Your
And
different ways to get to the town would be you could either take there's a much longer trail through the hills, or there is a path through the Gilded Forest. However, the Gilded Forest is known for being home to lots of monsters, and there have even been sightings of fae in the area.
What are fae?
Fairies,
Ah.
and other similar types of creatures.
I thought it was like bays, but with F's. Okay.
No, that would be interesting though.
You know,
So-
if we go through the Gilded Forest, I speak Fae, so we could possibly fend.
That could give us an advantage.
That's true.
Okay.
That sounds
Is
like a
that
good
what you
idea.
guys would like to do?
Yes.
Which bounty will you actually be selecting?
We'll do the search bounty first. Everyone
Okay.
seems to be in agreement with the search.
With that, would you guys like to do anything before you head out? Let me give you a map of the town that you're currently in.
Hey, do you guys want to eat first before we head off?
Chicken fingers.
The guild hall does also serve as a restaurant / bar, and then in addition to that, you are in the this is the town you guys are in. It is a very large town, one of the largest in the kingdom, second only to the capital. There is a very large shopping district. There are residential districts. There is an airship port as well as a standard dock. There is a keep, barracks, everything here. Anything you guys are looking for does exist within this town.
How much gold do
So-
all of us have combined?
That is dependent on what's in all of your inventories. I think you actually started with a different amount of gold.
Okay,
depending on
so
your
it's not
inventory.
it's not shared gold.
No, everyone has individual gold. You may pool it together if you would like.
Okay. And where are we currently right now?
You guys are gonna be in the I know it says barracks, but I'm using this as kind of like the guild area.
Gotcha.
So right at number 4.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do? Guys, you just want to head off?
Yes.
If you are prepared, you may head off. If you would like to stock up on rations, if you want to visit any stores, if you would like to just have one meal here, or just head
Ooh.
out straight away. You are open to do whatever you would like.
I'm too broke for food.
Same.
I have.
Let's-
I have
let's-
no money, so-
This bounty will help us the better. This will help us a lot.
Just so you know, a day's worth of food would be about 1 silver coin. And 1 gold coin is worth 10 silvers.
Oh.
I have 1 day's worth of rations, so I'm ready to go.
Um. Let's see, what do I have? Yes, I have rations for a whole day.
Yuki, why is my food 20 pounds?
I don't really know.
Why do I have a gauntlet of throwing shit?
That's one of the items you and I talked about.
Oh.
In addition to your pouch, remember?
Why is it phrased that way? I really gotta get to an anvil.
We could rename it if you would like.
That'd be good.
Yeah, it means shit as in stuff, by the way.
I know what shit means.
Do you?
I make them.
Okay, so are you guys heading straight out? You do all have at least some amount of rations, most likely.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a backup chicken
Um,
finger. It's okay.
We'll go ahead and send you guys on your way. So I'm assuming you guys are going straight for the forest?
Yes.
Okay, let me open
Were
it
we
up.
given an approximate location of where the outpost is?
Did you ask for an approximate location of where the outpost is?
I would have, yes.
Okay. So the outpost would be kind of like near this bridge right here. It'll be like a couple days walk to get there, but it's mostly on the way to Orotown.
Okay.
All right. So would you guys like to go along?
Sklunkwood.
And- Okay. Everyone see the map?
Whoa.
Oh.
It moves.
It does. I was having fun and playing with new things. So you guys are going to be traveling through the forest along paths similar to this, and it's going to be about a 2 days travel. So for the first day, would somebody please roll me a d20? Just one person.
I could do that.
Games. Oh, damn.
D20.
Keto will roll for the second day.
Roll.
This
Alrighty. Well, you guys are going to be stumbling across here, and now, everyone will have a chance real quick. Go and position yourselves as you would be walking. Nobody be further ahead than where Nog is currently standing. Position your tokens as you would be walking along this path. Okay. Is everybody happy?
Yup.
Not with the
Nog,
roll,
you're in
but yes.
front. I would like you to make a perception check.
Okay. Perception. That's deception. This one.
Deception? He turns against everyone.
Okay. Now, before we move on, does anybody have something that gives them advantage on perception checks or resist, like, inability to be surprised? You do, Hannah? Okay.
Where would I check
Then-
that?
It would be within your character sheet, like one of your like abilities or something. So Hannah, what's the thing that you have?
Mm.
I have no idea. I can't memorize 6 people's character sheets. I have no idea. No, you have alert. You can't be surprised where you're conscious. Okay. So Hannah is going to be the only one to notice this. I had Keto essentially roll as kind of like the group roll for being in front. Hannah's going to notice a bit of rustling in this kind of like general area in front of you guys. Hannah, what would you like to say? I'll repeat it for you. She says, "Hey, yo, there's some rustling over here." And as soon as she says that, everybody please roll initiative. So, you guys are going to see in front of you, the one token that looks different is what these all look like. I don't know why some of the tokens look weird, but they're all going to look like golden ferrets that have 6 legs and very long tails. And you're going to see them rustling through the bushes, definitely taking up an aggressive kind of defensive position. And Galadin, it is your turn.
Ah. You think we can go around him?
You're free to try.
Huh.
If you want to make any like sort of checks to like you're allowed to do like some sort of a check to see if you might be know what these are or anything like that if you'd like.
Yeah, let's do that.
So if you want to see if you know what these are, roll a history check for me. And everybody is free to do this if you would like to.
Oof. Oofta.
Galadin, you have no idea what these things are. Zeras, you will know that they are... You won't know exactly what they're called, but you will have heard tell of these kind of like six-legged golden creatures in the forest, and you'll know that they are aggressive. And nobody rolled higher than that. So, general knowledge that Zeras will have, and you can share this if you wish, is that these are aggressive creatures that are known to inhabit this area.
Aggressive. So we can't go around him.
Well, you can still try.
I'm gonna try to go around him. See what happens.
Okay.
So I'm going to move 30 feet. Forwards.
Okay. You doing anything else on your turn?
There's nothing I can do. So,
If you're only moving, you can dash to move another 30 feet. If that's all you want to do. You can use your action to like double your movement speed.
Okay. Where's my dash ability?
It's not an actual button, but if you don't use your action for an attack, then you just get to double your movement speed for the turn. Like if you just say that you're dashing.
Alright, well, then I'm gonna dash now 30 feet forwards.
Okay.
Wish we like boys.
Alright. And does that end your turn?
It does.
Alright. And with that, seeing you approach their den, the large one at the back is going to definitely start eyeing you with a lot of aggression, and it is then going to burrow into the ground.
Oh no.
Easy boy.
It is going to move.
Can't talk to it. I can't hear you.
It is going to move. It is going to stay underground for now and end its turn. And it is now this one's turn. This one is going to approach you. Can't really get all the way to you, but it's going to stand there and it's going to try to block off the path from you. It is angry. And it is now Daraga Deathmane's turn.
Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can hear you pretty good.
I'm going to use Eldritch Blast on this guy.
Whoa.
Okay.
What makes you think they'll attack? Maybe if we,
It's like blocking your path, snarling at you like a rabid dog right now.
Kel's gonna try to pet it.
I would.
Hey, buddy, it's okay.
You can. You absolutely can try. And you can succeed. Just I'm not going to tell you how hard it is to succeed.
Oh wait, so there's like a there's blockage.
What do you mean?
So can I?
You
Do I have a
can
clear shot
attack it.
of- Okay,
We could also intimidate it.
I'm gonna walk right here, and I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Yo, Jess, you got beef with cats or something, bro?
Oh,
nat
that's
20.
a nat 20.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll your critical damage.
Ooh, Okay.
Bro really has beef with cats. Fuck. Fucking dick.
All right.
13.
This thing is going to take 13 damage. And with that, he is now no longer paying attention to Galadin. He is very much just mad dogging you right now, Jesse.
I flip him off. My bonus action.
Use your it's a free action.
I stick my tongue out and.
Do you do anything else for your turn?
No.
Okay. It is now Meadow's turn. And she says she's gonna try sneaking over there. Go ahead and roll for stealth then. There's like kind of a tree there that you can try to like hide in a little bit.
Did we
Low-
determine
low
how
tree
big they
or-
are?
They're like mountain lion sized.
Mountain lion sized?
Yes.
Then I have a great idea.
What the fuck is a mountain lion?
The world they have no idea what it is.
It's a big fucking cat, buddy. It's a
You
big
managed
fucking
to
cat.
successfully hide.
Yes, Maine Coon.
They did not see you get behind the tree and they did not know that you were there.
It's a kilometer.
The kilometer.
Yeah. Are you using your sneak attack or anything? Okay. Go ahead and roll all the things you need to roll. You said you know how to do this.
Fuck.
So you do that in addition to your yeah. Well, roll your hit die first. Let's see if you actually hit the thing. No, you throw your dagger, and you miss
Wait.
quite wide. Actually,
Do they get advantage because they're hidden?
they are not hidden.
Oh,
She's
okay.
hidden.
Dang.
Oh, do you mean Meadow?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about Meadow.
Honestly, I don't know, but I'll say yes if you'd like. Wait. Yes. So this creature's not taken a turn yet in combat, so your assassinate gives you advantage. So go ahead and roll another time. Same thing again. Yeah. So with that, you do
Right.
manage to get a bit closer, but unfortunately, the attack does not land. You throw your dart and it lands. That's nothing. My bad.
I just checked. If you are hidden, unseen, and unheard, then the first attack you do gets advantage.
Yeah. Well, she has advantage from assassinate anyway, and I don't use double advantage.
Oh yeah, fair.
Who's adding AoEs?
Sorry, I'm just seeing what my
Okay,
AoE
okay.
list is.
All right. So you do unfortunately miss the dagger, and after throwing it, go ahead and make another stealth roll for me. Was it actually?
Yeah.
All right. You remain hidden, and so for going forward, yes, if you're hidden, you have advantage on your attack. Thank you for looking it up, Sarah.
No problem.
All right. Does that end your turn, Hannah? Alrighty.
I don't know how to get rid of the AoEs.
Select them and then hit delete.
It's like you're just casting them in the corner, like shit, crap, holy crap, what the heck?
Okay.
A
This
lot of AoE damage going around.
this large ferret, after hearing something land nearby it, is going to kind of be on edge, and it's going to use the dodge action. So it's going to stand still, and now attacks against this one will have disadvantage for the rest of the round. It is just kind of taking a defensive stance, not knowing what was trying to hit it. Alright, up next is Xeris.
All right. I am going to attack. I'm going to move up a little bit. Right here. That was 25 feet. If I moved one more forward. And
Is it like
I'm
a weird
going to. No, it's a straight line. I'm just.
Okay. Sorry, never mind.
Yeah. I just thought.
No, sometimes there's like columns
a
of
tree?
tiles on here that won't actually let you like place your token on them.
Is that
Um,
a tree?
We're gonna say that all of these like greener areas are like a mixture of like trees and large bushes.
All right. So yeah, I was just moving
Big
to
bush.
try and get a good aim on this guy right here,
You can do that.
and I'm going to.
The
Same
attack
thing I
against
did.
it
Yeah.
is at disadvantage.
Oh. Wait, hold up. Why?
He used dodge action.
Ah, I see. Well, in that case, this one.
Cool. He gonna
That's
die.
fine for this time, but next time if you call an attack on something and forgot that it dodged, I'm gonna have you still attack
Alright.
it, okay? But for this
Yeah.
time, it's fine.
Okay, thanks.
Go ahead and make your attack. So you go ahead and launch a bolt of sizzling energy, and you manage to kind of strike the ground right at the feet of that large ferret creature.
Gosh, dang it.
All right. Up next. All right. Does that end your turn? Sorry.
Yeah.
Up next is Sklunk.
Okay, I am going to be very secret right now. My goal is going to try and have one of them be distracted, and I'm going to try to hop on top of it and tame it. Make it my pet that I can ride around all the time.
So none of them are currently distracted. Were you going
That's
to
okay.
wait for Galadin to distract one, or
Yes.
are you distracting yourself?
I'm going to try to run around, try to wrap around over here if possible.
Okay, so you have your set movement speed, and you can go ahead and use your dash if you would like.
Yes. How far is that again?
So with your dash, I believe you have 60 feet total.
Okay, so I can go probably about here.
Should be able to get 30 feet to there. You could get to here pretty easily.
Okay, that's all I'm going to do for this turn.
Okay. I don't think we've gone over this yet. Galadin. There's a feature in D&D called hold action, where you can say let's say you want to distract the thing. For just distracting it, you're basically going to be using the help action on Steve to just give him advantage on whatever he wants to do, and the way that you're helping him is distracting it. But for kind of future reference, I think that D&D's hold action feature is stupid because it only lets you hold your action. So if anybody likes, you may hold your entire turn. And so the way that works is, let's say Galadin would like to take his turn right before Steve instead of way before him. So you could say, I will hold my turn until Xeris has ended his turn, basically. And that's kind of how I'd like to run the hold action thing, because base D&D rules for that are kind of awful, in my opinion. Doesn't everyone kind of understand that?
So wait,
Yes.
if a
You
monster
can hold your
comes up
entire...
to us,
What's up?
if a monster comes up to us while we're holding our action,
You can still
to
use
attack
your
us.
reactions as normal, but you can't. When you say that you're holding your action, you have to also say what the trigger for it is. So you say, I hold my action until I hold my turn until this, and
I hold my turn until he runs up to me, and I slit his throat.
well, he still gets to finish his turn.
Ah.
So, but you could theoretically do that, but
So if I was Galadin, I could be like, I hold my action until he's done his turn.
yes, you can do that. If it becomes problematic, we'll readdress it. If it's being abused or anything. But
Yeah.
yes, I mean rules as written, you can hold your action like that. With the modification I'm doing, they'll let you hold your entire turn. That could be abused. So use it more for teamwork rather than trying to do stuff like that. But yeah, for right now, yes.
Let's see how it goes. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Gucci.
Okay. Steve, did that end your turn?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And then with that, the final large ferret thing is going to actually approach here,
Oh.
and it's going to take a swipe at Galadin. So he's going to go ahead and make a claw attack at you. And does a 20 hit.
Yes.
Okay.
Damn. No.
So that'll be 7 damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw. you lucky bitch. Okay, so the creature swipes at you, dealing 7 damage, and it's going to attempt to grab you with its several arms. These things look very weird. And it is not going to be able to get a hold of you, though, and you do manage to keep away from it.
All right, but I do take 7 damage though.
You do take the 7 damage.
Akidake.
Up next, it is Nog's turn.
You got this, Nog.
I was just
I'm
like, what?
going to get closer to the ongoing battle between Gal and the 2 ferrets, and I'm going to attempt to capture the more injured one. Wait, isn't the injured one down in the hole still?
No, the one that's in the hole, you can't see it right now.
Okay. Then
So,
I'm going to
Are you
push-
going to dash to get up to closer to them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then use
How
my,
would you? Describe to me how you're going to approach them? This is your
just-
chance to basically get advantage on your animal handling. So, give me a good description.
I'm just gonna walk up towards the road with my fishing rod in hand and cast my rod at them.
Oh, you're going to try to grab them.
Yeah. We'll grab one.
Okay. You can't dash then if you want to do that. Your fishing rod is an action to use it, so you'd have to stay where you
Or like back where I was.
are. Well, no, you have your. How far did you move so far?
30.
Yeah, no, you moved your 30 feet, so you're good where you are. So you can use your fishing rod from where you are right now.
Yeah.
Would I have a question?
What's up?
Does his fishing rod leave like a chance of like a opportunity attack when going out of Galadin's range? Like if you pull,
No, because opportunity attacks have to be willing.
just making sure.
So +5 fishing rod.
Yeah. So go ahead and go ahead and roll to hit with your fishing rod. Actually,
Please. That was me blowing on the dice. I can't see that. Oh,
you rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
So that you don't even need to make a strength check. You may pull the thing as close to you as you would like. Where would
That's
you like
hot.
it?
I would like it to land right in my arms.
Okay, so it'll land. You want the more injured one, right?
I want the one that's not in the ground.
None of these are in the ground.
None of these. Are.
Oh,
So
then
this-
yes,
this
the
one-
injured one.
Yeah,
Injured
this,
one. Okay, so
that one.
you can't actually be holding it, but it'll be right next to you. And I want you to go ahead and make an animal handling check. Not at advantage.
God damn it.
What did you roll?
That one.
It's very angry that you've done this. It interpreted this as a full-on attack, and it is now focusing its anger.
Ah! See about that?
I was not expecting you to try fishing rod them. I thought you were gonna do like a How to Train Your Dragon type thing. All right, does that end your turn, Kito?
Yo.
Okay. Galadin, this is your turn again.
Oh boy.
Oh God. Okay. I am going to cast Sacred Flame on the ferret that Nog failed to capture.
Oh, okay.
Kill it, fucking dick!
I have no choice, bro. He's pissed.
No!
Bro, you had slippery hands. This is on you.
Can I attempt to save?
No,
No.
you can go after it. We'll treat it like a Pokemon battle. You're just whittling it down.
Alright, so yeah, Sacred Flame on the ferret that's right in front of Nog. That's a cantrip, though. So it's at will.
It's still an action, so at will
Yeah.
just means you don't need spell slots.
Okay. So, yep.
Also, it not quite with like any sort of like AoE type spell or anything, but with single target attacks, if you guys would like, you can call non-lethal, meaning
Oh.
it will only take something down to 1 HP, no lower. That only works in single target attacks, though.
All right.
So,
Well,
okay, what does Sacred Flame do?
Sacred Flame. Flame-like radiance descends on the creature that you can see within range. The target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage.
Okay.
The target gains no benefit from cover from the saving throw.
He rolls a 7 for his saving throw, which I believe fails, right?
Correct.
Go ahead and roll your damage then. So this golden ferret will have basically holy fire kind of drizzle down on top of it, and it will take 8 damage.
Oh, drizzle down.
Wow. He's still standing strong, but he's looking a little bit like unhappy right now. He's becoming more defensive and kind of scared of you guys. Does that end your turn, Gal?
It does, yes.
Okay.
End turn. There you go.
With that, the den leader that was burrowed is going to pop out of its burrowing right here and attack the creature that has now done damage and threatened it to begin with. So it's going to make 1 bite and 1 claw attack at you.
No. Come on, kitty. We can be friends.
Okay, does a 10 hit?
No.
And does a 21 hit?
Yes.
Okay. You're going to take 13 damage.
Oof. Oof da.
And I'd like you to give me another strength saving throw.
Got you.
Nice.
All right, you once again you take the damage. It kind of claws you up a little bit, but you're able to shove it back, and it is not able to get its arms around.
Come on, kitty.
26. The one that is now directly in front of Nog is going to attempt to take a bite at it.
Rude.
Does an 11 hit you?
What do I need to roll?
You don't roll. So what's your armor class?
16.
Okay, so 11 does not hit. So it's going to attempt to bite you, but Nog being a very dexterous little lad, is going to be able to dodge the bite. And that will end this thing's turn. Now, Duraga, it is your turn.
Okay, I am going to. I'm just gonna use Eldritch Blast on this bad boy. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 hits. Alright. So you send a nice crackle of just blackened, like, lightning, and impale this thing squarely in the side, dealing 10 damage to it. It is now somewhat cowering and whimpering.
Oh.
Okay, and I will use my bonus action to use Shillelagh on my quarterstaff.
What did I just do?
It makes it so that it does 1d8 plus 3 worth of damage. And it goes to my charisma instead of my strength. So,
Yeah, okay, yeah, go for it.
Okay.
So that's a melee attack.
Well, it's just my weapons imbued with
Right.
force energy now
Sounds good.
for 10 turns.
Okay. Is that end your turn?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you're hidden. So sneak attack, anytime you have advantage, it counts as a sneak attack. And right click it, and then click the advantage button, and then click roll. And you rolled in that 20.
Nice.
All right. So go ahead and you. Wait, why'd you roll another time? Okay, so then go ahead and so you throw your knife and manage to get it right into this thing, which then teleports you to the knife. No, not on top of it. But then you can't see the tokens. So roll damage, but now you have to right-click it again and roll for critical damage. If you hadn't rolled a second time, it would have automatically done it. Okay, so you'll go ahead and do 10 damage, and then you get to make your follow-up attack. Well, yeah, it has to be with the same knife.
Oh,
yeah, you like pull it out and like make one more attack with it. And okay, and then this one will do 4 damage. So you are no longer hidden, but you've done a good chunk of. You've done 14 damage to this guy. Would you like to do anything else? Okay. It is now, I believe, this one's turn. So this one was growling at Galadin the Paladin, but then noticed its a den leader has come to that aid and is now instead going to turn its attention to helping its littermate that is being attacked by a surprise foe. And it's going to run up here and it's going to take 1 swipe at you. It's a 24 hit. Okay. So you're going to take 7 slashing damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw. It's in your saving throws up at the top of your sheet. Yeah. No, that's a check. So it says saving throws in a different section.
Oh, I see it.
Okay. You manage to also evade the kind of grasping arms of this thing. You do still take 7 damage, though. Okay. No, you just type 7 and then hit damage, and we'll do it for you. Alrighty. It is now the next one's turn, and it is going to make a bite attack at you. Does a 13 hit? Hannah? Does a 13 hit you? Okay. Then it is now Xeris' turn.
All right. I am going to notice that the leader one, like the leader, has popped out of the ground, and I'm gonna fire off an Eldritch Blast at them. Actually,
Okay.
wait, nope. I'm going to move towards them. Let's see how far I can move. I am going to cast Armor of Agathis,
Okay.
which gives me some temporary hit points, 10 temporary hit points, and something happens if one of them hits me with a melee attack.
Okay.
And
Is
could
there
I
a visual
possibly
effect to that, or not really?
Maybe I can
Can you
make one.
Well, I'm just trying to see if like they would know that you've done that, basically. Let me read it. Here, keep-
Yeah, it's like a frost. I'm
Okay.
covered in
Yeah, like a frost cloak.
Gotcha. Sounds
Very,
cool.
very cold.
Alrighty.
Chilly boy.
And then what else? Can you
And could I use my bonus action to try and intimidate the one currently by Galadin to attack me?
do? You want to taunt it?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So you can do, I would say either persuasion or animal handling or just some sort of a show of strength. With
All
right.
Hey,
Whichever
Tara.
one of those you would like.
We got a plan.
Say it again.
Squat and I have a plan, dude.
I have a
So-
plan.
Ah, okay.
Tara,
All
if
right.
you would like, if you still want to taunt it, you can use. I'll let you use help as a bonus action. Essentially, and like
Okay.
you're taunting it as the way that you're doing
Okay, yeah. That works.
Okay.
Help action
And
it is.
That's kind of just rewarding the fact that Gal and Steve are planning something cool.
Alright.
So then, yeah, you go ahead and you can describe how you'd like to taunt it.
If you could
I'm just
distract it, that'd be
gonna-
great.
Actually, yeah. Nah, I'll just end my turn.
Okay. So you're not distracting it or anything?
I would
could.
distract it.
I would
I mean,
distract
I
it.
would-
It could
I
be a good
would-
idea. It's kind of targeted on
I
Gal
get it.
right now.
Okay, fair. Yeah, no. I'm just gonna.
It's at full health, isn't it? So you could basically just like hit it upside the head with a tiny little bolt or something. I don't know what.
Yeah,
what
no.
ability you have.
That is actually what I was thinking. I was thinking I could like make a quick like flick, small, like
a
not very
diet Eldritch Blast?
concentrated. Yeah, not very concentrated Eldritch Blast just into its face.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead and do a roll to hit with your Eldritch Blast real quick.
All right.
And this is gonna be non-lethal, right?
Yeah. Okay, so it is a nat 20.
It
However,
one-shots.
because this is your little small flick, it was only going to do 1 damage, so it'll do 2
Dang.
damage.
That's fine. That's fine.
So, all right, you managed to kind of this thing is just nice little like like those little like joy buzzer prank toys, kind of essentially, and its attention has now been shifted to you.
Yeah, just shot a tiny little Eldritch Blast into its eye.
I love that. Alrighty. It is now Sklunk's turn. And
Sklunk's
Sklunk,
turn.
Remember, if you need Galadin for something and you need him to take actions, hold your turn for right before or right after Galadin's turn. Because if you don't do that, then in this case it would be fine actually, because he goes pretty much right after you, after Nog goes. But just if you kind of to practice.
Okay.
So
So-
are you planning to do something along with Galadin?
Yes.
So then, what I would recommend is say you're going to hold your turn until either right before his or right after his, depending on if you need him to do something before you or after you.
Am I allowed to just do movement? And then
Well, you'll be able to do that when, like, you activate your turn, basically.
got it. Okay. Okay. So yes,
So-
we'll hold,
so
we'll
you're-
hold off. I will hold off this turn.
And
Until-
what's the condition? You have to give me like the condition that activates your turn, basically. So
Either
if that means
before
right
or
before
after.
Galadin, or when something.
Oh, it's
moves.
before Gal. Before Gal.
It would be right after, buddy. Because
Yeah.
it would be right after.
Yeah, I for this case it won't matter, but I'm just trying to kind of get the precedent for like how to do kind of co-op.
Yeah,
things
because
in
I
the
would
future.
start my part, and then
And you
request
just want
Gal.
him to go right after.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So then you're gonna hold your turn. So then now it is Nog's turn.
I am going to attempt to pet it, calm it down.
Do you want to give me any sort of description of how you're doing this?
I'm going to crouch down to its level if I am taller than
The
it.
mountain lion.
Dude,
You're a little bit above eye level. You kind of have to hunch over.
you don't have to crush down.
I am going to pet it.
Just gonna reach out and pet it.
I'm going to try to scratch behind its ear.
Do you say anything while you're doing this?
Here,
attack.
kitty, kitty.
I love you.
All right. So they're not cats, so you're not gonna get advantage on this. But go ahead and roll animal handling.
Nat one.
Fuck. Fuck! This fucking game.
Bro, we're gonna have to kill it.
Nog's gonna lose a hand before
So
we get to the next tavern.
Okay. Well, you're gonna reach
Can
out
I use a
and-
free action to pat his shoulder?
Nog
Whose
shoulder?
Yeah, no. I feel
The-
bad.
Yeah, you can pat Nog's shoulder and console him, because the kitty is actually going to kind of lean away from him. It is going to be very scared of Nog for some reason.
Ah.
Not a kitty, sorry, it's a ferret.
Hey, that means you can intimidate it.
Yeah, it's not like it doesn't have the fear condition, but it's not your friend at this point in time.
Really waiting for the
All right,
picks a finger.
so up next, it is now going to be Sklunk's turn.
It's my turn. in my bag, I happen to have some rope. About
Okay.
50 feet. What I'm going to do is
This could be great,
since I am in an elevated position, I'm gonna toss Gal the rope from here.
Okay.
He is then going to grab the rope. I'm gonna slide under the ferret. He's gonna hand me some part of the rope. I'm gonna wrap around the ferret. We're gonna stick the rope in between his mouth as if it's some sort of rein. We're then gonna use the rest of the rope to wrap it around his neck and wrap its mouth shut.
So
Then I
very
need-
impromptu nuzzle and harness, basically.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Steve, I would like an acrobatics as well as a sleight of hand check, and Galadin, I want a sleight of hand check.
Athletics. And what else? Sleight of hand.
Yikes. Yikes.
Yeah,
Yikes.
Steve's gonna have to be pretty good. Steve's very good. All right. So the way this is gonna go down is, Steve, you do manage to make a very nice kind of slide down this cliff, which carries you underneath this thing's legs as you pass off your rope to Galadin. Galadin's going to fumble the rope entirely, but it's going to wrap around him just in the right way for you to be able to grab it and kind of continue your plan of wrapping up and around the thing. And you are going to successfully get your little nuzzle harness thing on this, meaning it is now restrained.
Perfect. I am now on top of the kitty cat.
Okay.
The ferret. And as long as Gal has the other end of the rope, we're gonna tie it together and just create that full harness / reins on the back of it.
Okay. So that will require like both of your actions to do. Is that fine?
That's fine.
Okay.
So
Then
what do I need to roll?
yeah,
What do I need to roll?
no, that's your action. You already made the rolls.
We've successfully tamed the ferret.
No, you've restrained the.
I've
ferret. It's not
restrained
happy
the
about
ferret.
this.
I am now riding on top of it right now.
Oh yeah, and it's about to start bucking. Get ready.
Yes.
So Galadin, that also used your action for that. You still have your movement and bonus action.
Okay.
Given that it's restrained, you are able to move away from it without opportunity attacks if you would like to try.
And I'm going.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Correct.
All right. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to move the fuck back.
Okay.
To
Gal backs up into the next ferret.
You can only do your 30 feet. You don't have a dash available or anything.
Yep. And what I'm
Okay.
going to do is I am going to cast Sanctuary
What does that do?
I shall read it. You ward a creature within range of attack until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. The spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area effects such as
Okay.
explosion.
Who are
So-
you warding?
It's not a who, it's a what.
Oh.
So I'm gonna ward one of the ferrets so that he cannot attack.
No, that's the warding is a protection spell. So you put it on
Targets.
one person to then be protected.
Huh? Okay. Oh yeah, I just read that wrong. Alright, you're good. And I'm going to place it on
Little help over here.
You're good, buddy. This is all you. I'm gonna place it
Okay.
on Meadow.
So I think that spell has a range of touch, right? Or does it have a longer range?
No, it's 30 feet.
30 feet? Okay. Then absolutely, you can place it on Meadow.
Alright. Cast that. Yeah, that's it, right?
And I think that's everything
It's-
you can do on this turn.
Yeah, it's a buff. So, no. Okay, cool. And that's it.
Okay. Sounds good. It is now the Aurum Den Leader. I started to say the name and had to stop myself. This thing is going to buck wildly. So, Steve, you're going to be making a contested either strength or dexterity check, your choice, against its dexterity check. Of it trying to just shake you off. So
Okay.
either strength to hold on or dexterity to kind of ride it. You get to pick which one you want to roll.
Ooh. And if I outdo his, either way. If I outdo his,
Yes.
I'll still be on.
So he got a
Um,
9.
He got a 9. I'm gonna go dexterity check.
Okay.
Oh, we're good.
Oh, beautiful. Have you guys seen that video of the guy riding the mechanical bull and he like stands up and starts dancing? He's wearing like a suit while he's doing it somehow.
Yeah.
That's basically what Steve is doing.
Yes!
He is absolutely just rocking this thing.
Hey, hello, hey, ladies.
The man that you guys know for being incredibly clumsy and goofy is somehow now the most sure-footed thing you've ever seen in your entire life.
Proving you wrong, Mom.
All right. Up next is the injured one, and it is going to attempt to run away. So it's actually going to burrow. And would anybody like to do anything about it doing that?
I would like to try to stop it.
You...
I would have gone and pet it again.
I'm gonna try to give it a hug.
How would you attempt to stop it?
I'm gonna kiss
I'm
it.
gonna grab it by its tail.
Okay.
It's the one in the middle of us three, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Would it be possible to make an opportunity attack on it?
it is,
Kill it,
but
dude. Just kill it.
I don't think Nog wants you to do that.
This
If anyone
is a
tries
very,
to
like-
kill it, I'm gonna have an opportunity to stop that shit.
No, that's not how.
We're definitely in like a Tom and Jerry type episode where like Jerry's getting all the love and Tom's doing the same thing, but it's all wrong.
Could I
It's-
use my reaction to help them keep it up
Yeah,
and keep it from burrowing?
So
I
if
think
you guys
laxatives help
want
with those.
everybody who would like to try to grab onto it, go and make an unarmed strike for me, just like to hit.
Everyone
Just to
grab
see
the
if you
tail.
Are able to get a hold of something.
Oh, there you go.
All right, Xeris succeeds,
Oh, unarmed strike. Fuck!
and okay, the other two try to grab onto something, but can't quite get a firm grasp. Its tail's like a little bit slippery,
like
almost
soap.
metallic feeling for some reason, like very.
I grab the
smooth
legs.
metal. You do manage to kind of get your arm around the leg, and you're able to keep it. It is now currently half burrowed. So,
Ah, yes, the perfect amount of burrowed.
yeah. So right now, this thing is kind of halfway on the ground.
That's great.
Alrighty.
I love that.
Next up
And the
is
funny-
Duraga.
The funniest part about this is I actually have a negative strength score.
I know, it's amazing.
Oh my god.
Freaking Nog is a monk, dude, and you beat him in an unarmed strike.
Just holding onto a leg.
Yeah,
All right.
RNG sucks dick.
Hey, you got your nat 20s. There have been so many nat 20s today. Alright, Jesse.
I am going to move here. And then I'm going to cast Acid Splash to target both of these boys.
Can you do that?
Yep.
Can
Choose
you
one
do
or two
that
creatures.
without hitting Meadow?
Yep. Choose one or two creatures you can see within range. If you choose two, they must be within 5 feet of each other.
Okay, yeah.
And they must succeed a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Let me roll that. So, the one closest to you rolls a 3, and the one right above Meadow rolls a 4.
Okay, they be taking damage. Oh yeah, take that. 2 damage each.
Okay. They each take a massive 2 damage as this acid splashes onto them. And then, again, they're very metallic in nature, and it seems to really just not have much of an effect. Alright. Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. It's now Meadow's turn. You're warded against attack, remember. So you do... Does that end if you attack them? Let me make sure. Yeah, so if you affect an enemy or damage an enemy, you are no longer warded. But you can do anything that doesn't involve hurting something else, basically. Like if you want to just chuck your knife somewhere to teleport to safety, you can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Just the 20 feet, or are you going to go a little bit longer than the 20 feet? Okay. So then, yeah, you can go ahead and throw your knife and teleport to where it lands.
Oh boy.
Okay. Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Alrighty. This boy over here
half-burrowed.
is now no longer having a target for its anger because the little something that it was attacking has just poofed out of existence. Is gonna look over at the thing that flung some like slippery liquid on it. And it's gonna kind of charge up to you, and it's going to attack. So it's gonna make one bite and one claw attack.
Okay.
Does a 22 hit for the bite?
Yes.
Okay, and are you wearing armor?
Just leather armor, I believe.
Okay, that still counts for this. Alright, so you're gonna go ahead and take 6 damage, and the Orm Vorax is actually going to heal off of kind of biting into your armor, regaining a few of the hit points that it's lost.
Okay.
And by a few, I mean the 2 that it's lost. It is then going to follow with a claw attack. Does an 11 hit you?
No.
Okay.
But I'm
Then-
going to use a reaction.
What's your reaction?
My reaction is Hellish Rebuke
Okay,
at level 2.
go for it. What's the saving throw?
It's a dex saving throw.
Okay. He is going to roll a 5.
Yeah, he gets fucked. Damage.
So after charging you and taking a bite, getting a little bit of your armor in its mouth, eating that to kind of regain some health that it's lost, it is then going to burst in a pillar of fire. And in much confusion, it is going to take 14 damage. It is now the next one's turn, and this one is actually going to begin to run away. So he's going to run to about there. It's now Xeris' turn. You are currently grappling the Orm Borax
I
that's
know.
trying to burrow.
Here it is. Step 1, casually approach ferret. That step is done.
Okay.
Step 2, grasp ferret firmly. That step is done as well.
Beautiful.
Step 3, yeet the ferret. I'm going to throw the ferret into the air.
Okay, please make a strength check.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Could
Dog's
I
gonna be like,
possibly
no!
could I possibly roll an acrobatics instead?
Roll both, and
All
I
right.
will average them.
Keto just
Because
wants,
I'm
he
gonna
just
say that
wants
the
to fuck a
acrobatics
pet.
is kind of you doing some sort of a judo maneuver and like suplexing it.
Oh dang,
Okay.
that's a 15.
That's pretty
That is
good.
a 15. So you managed to pull this thing out of the hole, and you managed to get it. They're
I would
pretty
like to make
heavy,
it
but-
land in my arms if possible.
Do you want to actually?
What are
throw
those
it
people
and then
wanting to
catch it
land their
again, or
arms?
just
No,
pull it out and be holding it?
I'm tossing it up a bit and then just having it land in
Okay.
my hands. And
You'll
then
launch it up about 3 feet above you then, and it's going to land right in your arms, belly up, held like you would hold a puppy that you're calling a baby.
Oh my gosh. Perfect. Can I
Remember,
make
this
can
thing
I
is the
make
size of a
Bye,
mountain
buddy.
lion.
I would like to make an animal handling check if possible.
You may.
Gosh dang it!
Jeez.
Everyone's trying to fight these things, and you guys are just trying to tame a
I've tamed one.
It is extremely frightened and pees all over.
Oh no. Alright, that's it. I don't think we're gonna get this one. We already got one with Sklunk.
And by the way, it smells like cat pee.
Oh gosh, no.
And it's
All
all
right,
over
yeah,
you.
no. This thing needs to die.
Is
Oh,
that,
yes.
is
I'm
that the end
sorry.
of your turn, or do you have anything else you can do?
I would like to bestow a curse on it. I'm joking.
You, okay.
I'm joking.
We're bestowing death upon it.
All right, does that end your
Alright,
turn?
yeah, no. No, it is not my turn. I am going to actually, being serious now, gosh dang it, that doesn't work. Okay, I've tossed it up, and now I'm just gonna mind sliver it.
Okay.
One moment. let me grab my funny
You throw it in the air,
insults.
you reach into your sack and you pull out your book. And then
Is
you
Mind
catch it
Sliver
again.
is Mind Sliver an action? Because I was thinking
Oh,
that
dang.
the throwing it would cost an action.
Yeah, no,
but I
it
didn't
is
say
an
that,
action.
so
Dang. You're right. It mind sliver is an
Yeah.
action. You know, even if it's not mind sliver, I'm just going to whisper into this thing's ear. May your life be as pleasant as you are. And
it
I
pees
possibly
a little bit
just-
more.
could I possibly just punch it in the face with my 0 damage unarmed strike?
Absolutely, I'd love that. Roll a hit. You slip in the pee and do not make contact.
Gosh dang it!
God damn, we're getting fucked, dude.
No, we're not. We're fine.
Does that then end your turn?
Yeah, no, my turn is over.
All right.
I am just why? Come on, man.
It is now Sklunk's turn.
Okay. Here we go. I reach
And
in-
yes, I do have 37 out of 27 health. Sorry.
Yeah. That's
Now.
the 10 bonus.
This is gonna sound weird. What's in my rations?
They're like dried meat.
Okay. I grab one slab of meat and I throw it down on the ground where the ferret can see it.
Okay. He will notice the slab of meat and be a little bit wary of it, but at least begin to kind of go closer to it.
And then since I'm already on top of it, is there a way to pet it?
Well, yeah, you could just pet it for free, but if
Oh,
you're
okay.
trying to tame it, then you need to make an animal handling check to see how.
Let's
it
do an
is.
animal handling check then.
Okay. I do have a DC set for taming these, and you guys can keep on trying at least a set amount of times.
16.
Okay, so with that, it will be trusting enough to now go eat the meat, and the next animal handling check made on this thing from anyone in your guys' group can be made at advantage. So it's not tamed yet, but it's starting to like you.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay. That ends
Is-
my turn.
it's now Nog's turn.
I try to go for the petting on the one that Steve has enticed the meat with.
Can you get over there?
He should be able to.
Yeah, you can make it to that thing. So yeah, go ahead and walk over there, and then you can make your animal handling check for it.
Kino, please don't. We don't know how bad it could get.
Handling! We're handling!
Roll another one.
You
roll
have
another
advantage.
one. It's advantage. It's advantage. So advantage means you basically get to roll twice. Okay. With a 10, 10 is going to get you a flat neutral reaction. No positives, no negatives. It is going to continue eating the meat, almost completely disregarding your existence.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes, yes.
Did that end your turn, Keto?
You've befriended the big one. Let's kill the rest.
Can
Yes,
I
exactly.
Give it, can I do any more petting, or can I just can I use an unarmed strike as a pet?
No.
He wants to
got
tame the pet so badly. It's so funny. He's almost
Tell
killed
you what,
one.
you got
Gonna
your
get
like kind of
killed by the
free
other.
interaction for the first one. You get one more, but this one's not at advantage. So just get to roll one more time.
Let's go
Please.
back 20.
Let's go! Let's
So-
go!
With that, it is accepting of you, and it'll kind of like lick your hand in return to being pet,
Yes.
and it'll kind of stop thrashing around, and it'll kind of just be kind of chill for the moment. You're not 100% of the way there, but you just made a lot of good progress.
Oh,
Oh, Keto. Good job. I high five you.
We shall name him Kilo.
All right, the noise from the high five startles it, undoing everything you just gained. All right, Galadin, it's now your turn.
Jesus
Are you
Christ. All right.
serious?
No, I'm not serious.
Okay.
I'm not serious.
he misses the high five
Yeah, no.
and I retaliate with the rip post and knock Steve out.
No, you're fine.
You know,
you're fine,
the
you're
DM
fine.
is actually not serious because that high five undid more than what you had done. It is now back to being fully
The
fair.
rope is now out of the mouth, and he feels free and he runs off. Yeah, no.
So what you didn't notice is it's actually rabid.
Oh no!
Galadin, it's your turn.
It's
All
not
right.
rabbit.
All right. So I'm gonna turn to the one that's already damaged, the one that everybody kept failing at.
Everyone
I'm
just go
gonna
over to the pet the main one. We just leave the others alone.
and I'm gonna slash it with my sword.
Yes,
Okay.
some damage. I had one goal and I achieved it.
And then for damage,
Did you roll to hit? Because I couldn't see it.
roll to hit was 8.
8?
Yeah.
Okay, that unfortunately does not hit.
Alrighty.
Oh, yeah.
There-
By the
Go
way,
ahead and, do the. Oh yeah, so it's your sword that's broken for some reason. We'll fix that later.
Okay.
quick question, DM.
Yeah.
Do I have this one grappled? Because they are in my arms.
Yes.
All right.
I think that gives you advantage on it, right? Or does it give everybody?
You're still covered in
Good
pee.
question.
I would say disadvantage because you're still covered in pee.
No, it's not disadvantage.
Let me just double check this.
Yeah, it is. It smells you.
Sorry, I could look at. I'm adding a different sword to Galadin
know.
right now. Otherwise, I would have looked it up.
Yeah, that's all right.
Slayer of puss.
Rest in peace, my beautiful sword.
No. So you're still gonna get all the benefits up from it, but just make your rolls with the basic bitch longsword. If you refresh your character sheet, refresh your page, you should now just see a longsword option that's not with the green text. So let me know if you see it.
Since it's grappled, its speed
I
is
see it.
0. It can't benefit from from any bonuses to its speed. It's incapacitated, which means it can't take actions or reactions. And then it's also, if an effect removes the grappled creature from the reach of the grappler or grappling effect, then it ends.
Okay. So yeah, no advantages then.
Alright, I see the longsword.
Okay, perfect. So just use that one for future.
Okay.
Okay, do you make 2 attacks yet, or do you only make 1 attack?
I only made 1 attack.
Well, I mean, can you make a second attack yet?
I think it's level 5. Isn't it?
Yeah, he is 2 weapon fighting at the moment.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So then, yeah, that's you don't have another attack you can make. Do you do anything else for your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay. It is the den leader's turn, and it is going to kind of just continue existing at the moment.
It spontaneously combusts.
All right, the one that is grappled is going to attempt to break the grapple and run away.
Starts pooping.
Oh, what's your check to break your? Can you go and make me a strength saving throw, Xeris?
Yeah, I can.
Or-
You said strength? Save?
Saving throw or check, whichever one you want. I'm good
Okay,
with either.
both are the same. Gosh dang it. Oh no.
Oh,
Okay, so it's with the fear of God in its eyes manages to break away from you and now burrow. And because of your very disparate rolls, you do not get an opportunity attack. Galadin, you may make an opportunity attack if you'd like, but it's going to break out of your arms and kind of push away from you enough that it's going to get away from you.
It wasn't in that one though. It was.
Okay.
Yeah, I know
just
it's
a
not in
one.
that one. I know it's not in that one, but I said the difference in the rolls. It had a 20 net difference.
Dang. There.
All right, can I attack it?
You can try to attack it.
I want to
So
kill it.
You don't want to kill it?
I want to kill it.
Okay,
It
yeah.
needs to die.
Then go ahead and make a melee attack at it. So just swing your sword.
Oh, so it's
Oof.
Galadin is going to attempt to hit it, but just barely hits the ground as it completes its burrow, and you do not manage to hit it.
Wait, with advantage though, because it's
Wait, hold up. Its
There-
movement
there's
is
no
still
advantage.
supposed to be
Okay.
0.
Oh, wait, no, but it broke the grapple. You're right, though.
Yes, but at the beginning of its turn, it was grapple.
You're right. Nope, you're right. Okay, so then it broke away from you. You didn't hit the opportunity attack anyway, so it's just no longer grappled. It's just on the ground now. It is attempting to start burrowing, but it has not finished. It has not actually burrowed yet. You
It
are
must
correct.
perish.
I am determined to kill it.
Okay. It is now Duraga's turn.
okay. Am I allowed to shift around this one
What do you mean?
to get advantage on my attack?
Flanking it?
Yeah.
No. Flanking is only going to the way I'm going to use flanking is you have to have someone actually kind of in front distracting it and then flank it. You can't just walk behind something to get advantage.
Beans.
That is a little bit too, I guess, strong as it is.
Also-
Flanking, if you want the advantage for that, has to be kind of like a party planned thing.
Didn't you
Okay.
also say that flanking is just a +2 not advantage for this campaign?
I wasn't going to do that, but we can discuss it more
Oh, okay.
after the session if you
All
like.
right.
I'm open to discussion. What do you
Might
do,
have been
Jesse?
someone else.
I'm going to smack this bitch with my quarterstaff.
Okay. You attempt to hit it with your quarterstaff, but being a nimble ferret type creature, it is able to dodge out of the way at the very last second.
Damn, these ferrets are tough, dude.
No, they're quite easy.
Okay. Okay, wait,
Don't
can
fuck
I-
them.
Sorry.
Is it does disengage a bonus action?
What do you mean?
Like to
Disengage?
Yeah,
No, that's an action.
that's an action. Get him in. I'm done.
It is now Meadow's turn.
Just fucking kill them,
You
dude.
can make your animal handling check if you would like. You can't. You can mess it up, but it would be hard to actually get negative progress. And you have advantage on the animal handling checks. Yeah, you guys still have advantage. Okay, she is going to do an animal handling check. Roll again. You have advantage. Okay. So, again, kind of similar to the last attempt at this, there's no gain from this, and in fact, it doesn't quite like you. Like, it kind of not snarls at you, but have you ever seen a dog eating and it'll kind of turn away from you? Is kind of what this thing will do. You have hurt your own personal relationship with it.
Oh no.
Okay. Do you do anything else for your turn? Okay. It is now this guy's turn, and he is going to attack Duraga. So he is just quite simply going to make a bite at you. And he actually rolled a natural 1. So in trying to bite at you, he is going to catch a tooth on a kind of hook of your armor and actually break off the tip of one of his teeth, and he's going to take 4 damage.
Uzi.
And that will end his turn. The next one is going to continue running away. Now he's going to make it to there. If he gets off of the visible map, by the way, that means that he's escaped.
Oh no.
Okay, it's now Xeris' turn.
Alright, it's time. Time for a very simple. Let's see. Eldritch Blast point blank. Why not?
Okay.
Oh god.
Gosh dang it.
So,
This sucks.
in your rage at this thing kind of squirming away from you, once it has broken your grapple, you're kind of going to reel back a little bit, launch an Eldritch Blast at the thing, but while you're reeling, you're going to also slip in the massive puddle of urine and just miss the thing. You're going to Eldritch Blast the ground.
Ah!
Do you have anything else to do on this turn?
I would like to try and make a gesture, bring it on to this thing.
Can
so
he
it still
punt
wants
the,
to fight me.
the animal?
You can attempt, I would say a persuasion check for that, because it's currently trying to get away from you. It is now conflicted enough to give it a moment of hesitation to not immediately run away.
Aha!
Okay? Does that end your turn?
Yes, it does.
We'll go on to Skalunky Boy.
Hey, since that one animal is giving you guys such a big problem, I'm gonna throw my dagger at it. And it'll hit it. It's 20 feet.
Yeah.
I've been drawing it
to
out.
hit.
Alright, here we go. Dagger, boom. Natural 20.
Nice.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage. And it should be critical by default. If you just know
Okay.
what that was. Alright. So,
9.
Sklunk, seeing everybody struggle with this creature for the past 12 seconds or so.
I put the dagger
or
in
however
between
long-
two fingers and just flicked my wrist.
And you're gonna nail it right in the eye, dropping this thing dead where it lays.
Thank the Lord. Fuck that dude.
Dude, I'm a fucking badass in this episode. Holy
Steve,
crap.
I would like you to give me a stealth roll
You got it.
to see if the den mother has noticed that you just killed one of its babies.
Dang it.
Oh no.
It did not notice.
Whoa.
Okay, good.
Oh,
It's very distracted by the meat. The DC for this was 10. The DC was 10.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Wow.
Man, if you weren't a rogue, you would have been so screwed right now.
If I wasn't so tiny either.
Oh man, did that end your turn?
Yes, it did.
Okay. Nog, what would you like to do?
I would also like to give it some, the one in front of me, some meat and keep on it.
Do you have rations on you?
He's trying to
Yes.
patch the
Okay. Then go ahead and remove one rations, and you can make an animal hunting check at advantage. So go ahead and right click on the animal handling where it says +3, and then click advantage and then roll.
God, it's ass.
And with a roll of a nice flat 10, once again, there is no positive gain, but it does eat the meat from you. And it
Oh,
does
yosh.
enjoy that meat. Does that end your turn?
See.
Alright.
You don't
Gallad
want
and
to
the
try to
Paladin.
attack the final one?
Alright, out of pure frustration and anger, the ferret in front of Draga, I'm going to first cast my Thunder Smite, so I'm fucking done with this shit. And then I'm going to hit it with my sword.
You sure you want to do Thunderous Smite?
Fuck it, dude. Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay.
I'm pissed the fuck off at these bears.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
Alright.
Okay.
Hey.
You do hit it. So go ahead and roll your damage for both the sword and the Thunderous Smite.
Alright. So for the sword, 8. Thunder Smite, 6.
And you're going to do a nice 14 damage to this thing, bringing it now looking very injured.
Motherfucker's
Galen,
not dead yet?
I'd like you to make a stealth roll.
Oh god.
With a extremely loud thunderclap that can be heard up to 300 feet away, the golden ferret up at the top is startled and
Oh,
is now backed slightly away. It still has the meat in its hand, and it's not angry at anybody yet, but it moves just a little bit away. And it clearly like a dog in fireworks. Does that end your turn, Gal?
Ending my turn.
Okay.
God.
This bitch ain't dead yet. Fuck.
It is now the golden one's turn. On its turn, though, I will give, I'll say Steve, because you're writing it, you get one opportunity to try to console it. You can either roleplay that or just make an animal handling roll. Up to you.
Well, it's got a lot of meat in its mouth right now.
It stopped eating. It's still holding that. So you can either roleplay trying to kind of like calm it down a little bit, or make an animal handling check, still at advantage.
What can I think about doing? I was gonna say like maybe just I'm very gentle with it. You know, I'm like massaging its side of the head, the sides of the head with both my hands. You know, I'm kind of like I haven't lowered my guard. I have one hand on the rope, and one hand is kind of just
Just petting it, kind of.
yeah, petting it, just keeping it calm.
Okay, just kind of like petting it, whispering sweet nothings, basically.
Yeah, kind of like that. Kind of, like not trying to antagonize it, not trying to seem like I'm the bad guy.
Okay.
I'm literally just there. One hand on the rope, one hand just, you know,
Yeah. okay,
massaging
I'll
my
say-
fingers through its hair, kind of stuff, kind of thing.
So that is good enough to calm it down. And while you are massaging it, you do notice the hair isn't hair. It is actually almost like thin wires of a golden metal. Very
Oh.
soft though. Still,
Okay.
not stiff and like prickly to the touch,
Right.
but clearly also something in between metal and organic.
Okay.
Oh, brother.
Okay. Now Duraga's turn.
Its fingers. Freaking killed me. You realize it's not hair. It's fingers. Like
Did I say
thousands of little
fingers?
fingers. He said little
Yeah.
fingers.
I said I meant wires.
No, you didn't say it. No.
I said
Oh,
it.
okay.
Jesse said it. Freaking killed me.
All right, Jesse, it is your turn. Does
Yeah,
this
yeah.
thing finally die?
I cast Eldritch Blast at point blank range.
Bubble
ahead.
move.
I miss completely.
As you cast your Eldritch Blast, this thing actually is going to kind of stumble in its own blood that is spilling out of its sides, but somehow just duck barely below your Eldritch Blast in a sheer
Wow,
stroke of
Duraga.
luck.
Wow, Duraga, what an original move. It's not like I did that literally last turn as well.
All right,
Our patrons
Meadow.
hate us.
it is your turn.
Please just throw something at it. It wants to be dead. It wants to be put out of its misery.
He's right here. Just to get to there.
You're just gonna teleport there. Yeah, you can. You'd have to be right next to it to make a melee attack, or you can throw one of your other daggers at it.
Yep.
Okay.
I swear to God.
And with a 10, once again, the dagger is kind of just thrown right over its shoulder.
Ooh, you suck.
So this thing
Kilo, you're
Now-
next.
is going to just attempt to run away. It's scared.
I use a attack of opportunity on it.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit. That's gonna be a melee attack. You can use your shillelagh.
Oh god.
Shillelagh.
Bag
God.
up,
All
Terry.
Dang it.
And
What
as it's
reverse,
running
Terry?
away, Duraga manages to kind of just swipe at the air, missing entirely.
Nice.
can I make an opportunity attack as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Please
Farther
do.
away.
Fucking God.
You guys are like chasing after running animals. Jesus.
Yes!
And Galadin,
Throw your
please
whole sword.
roll your damage. I need you to roll your damage
Throw
before I say what
your
happens.
entire sword.
Oh, beautiful. Galadin, with a mighty and exasperated sigh, brings his sword down, and as this thing is trying to escape, just straight up shish kebab skewers it. Tip of the sword entering the ground. This thing is just impaled here, and it's still alive.
Oh
Kidding,
my
kidding. It's dead.
gosh.
It's dead. It's dead. It's
One
dead.
health left. Yeah.
Okay, and the last one manages to escape.
Good. Should we have
He
a
is-
stealth
he is
check
gone.
for that? Stealth check for the last
No,
kill?
I told him if he makes it off of the board. No, the stealth checks were only for if someone who is standing near the den leader, or when Galadin did something that does 300 feet worth of thunderclap.
Ah. Okay.
He literally lit off a flashbang grenade.
Got it.
All right. So, combat's not quite over.
Nope.
You have not quite tamed this thing yet.
Nope.
I swear to
Now,
God, if you guys don't tame this, I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna fucking kill it, dude.
I've been
Those
doing all
who
the
have
work.
not been
Yeah, I'm gonna
involved
kill
in-
you first.
those who have not been involved
I'm
in
gonna kill
taming it,
myself.
you can attempt to go help them. You do not have the advantage that they have. If you would like, though, you could just say, we'll just have Steve and Nog continue to make their rolls, or you guys can try to help in some way. What would you like to do? So currently, Xeris, it is your turn.
You know, I'm just gonna walk past them, continue on the road.
I would like you to show me where you walk past them. Like, put your token like right next to them as you're walking past.
Right
Okay,
there.
about that path.
Yeah.
It's gonna turn to look at you. Nothing more.
All right. Let's see.
It's very defensive right now.
It's not quite defensive, more so inquisitive, but it's not being friendly to you, but it's not being hostile either.
Right.
It's just keeping an eye on you.
I think I will try. Actually, I'm going to. So I'm gonna try and pet it, and like, my hands are a bit cold, but hopefully that doesn't affect anything.
Oh, that's fine. Just make an animal handling check. You don't get the advantage, but it's not disadvantage either.
Bruh.
It doesn't really like you. Your hands are in fact a little bit too cold.
You accidentally freeze
All right.
this entire inner system.
Does it?
So as soon as it kind of like sniffs out to touch you, and it'll kind of like touch your hand with its nose, and immediately recoil because you're just ice cold.
Dang. And I can't drop this spell. It lasts an entire hour, so I'm just gonna sadly I'm gonna walk away, and I'm just gonna just start like I'm gonna move to a different area. Like actually, wait, no, I used all of my movement. Gosh dang it! I'm just gonna stand right here.
You can dash action if you'd like.
Yeah, okay, fair. I had an idea. It's stupid. It is extremely stupid. I'm going
Okay.
to punch myself and activate Hellish Rebuke.
Okay, roll to hit.
Okay. Do I get advantage because I'm trying to punch myself?
Sure.
What are you accomplishing?
I don't
punch
know.
himself.
Something.
I'm gonna wound myself so I can.
I think he's trying
Okay.
to get rid of his
Zero
armor
damage.
magnetism.
I believe that does hit you.
This. I am going to roll to try and make that. Actually, no. I'm going to willingly fail this save. Take the
Okay.
18 damage. Just to get rid of Armor of Agathis.
You're hoping to melt your armor.
Actually,
Yeah,
wait.
I'm
hitting
allowed.
myself.
Yeah.
Hold on. So, I am going to try and make the dex save.
Yeah, because it's only half
I
damage.
fail.
Yeah,
Gosh
okay.
dang it.
So
Wow.
you do take your 18 damage, but I'll say that, yeah, you managed to melt off your
Wait,
armor.
wait. Why is your base health lower than the health
Because
you
he
have?
has overhealth from his armor of Agnes.
Yeah, I have temporary
Got
HP.
it. Okay. So that'll all go away anyway.
There we go. And now I'm going to try and pet it again.
Okay.
That's a lot.
There we go.
It doesn't recoil this time. It'll kind of like gently lick your hand and then pay you no more attention than that.
Don't forget to move your token.
This token's where it is.
Oh, I thought you said he was gonna walk past it. Or just
Well, but then
keep
he did
walking.
something else instead.
Got it.
Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Sklunk.
I'm just. If I make
you
an
wanna keep trying to tame it-
do I have the advantage on animal handling?
Yes, you
Okay.
and Keto have advantage until you either succeed or fail at taming this thing.
Okay,
I'm
gonna keep up.
I
the
have a
animal handling
condition
then.
set in mind for what you need to do to succeed or fail this, and
Okay.
we'll see what happens.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for animal handling because I'm still basically just caressing its fur or whatever it
Yeah.
is.
Go ahead and roll an advantage.
Let's do it. 11.
Advantage, Steve. So that
Which
means
is-
roll again.
Oh, okay.
So normally just right click it and click the advantage button and it'll do everything automatically. Or if you forget to do that, then just roll 2.
Okay.
So you manage to keep caressing it, and it is comfortable in your presence. You have not
Mhm.
tamed it yet, though.
Okay.
Is it Keto's turn?
Yep.
Yep.
Go for it.
I'm going to go pet its belly.
All right. Roll an advantage.
Jenny.
Yeah. Give it to me.
Rolls a nat 1. Finds out that the ferret does
Oh,
not,
man.
in fact, like belly pats.
It seemed to like it. You kind of pet its belly, and it does that little thing that dogs do, where they like kind of tap one of their like back legs. But he's using one of his middle legs.
Ooh. What a
Okay.
good heckin'
Hold up, what?
boy.
They have 6 legs.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Let me see if I can send you guys a picture of them.
That would be fantastic. Yes.
Oh, they have 8
Jesus.
legs, not 6. My bad.
I love him.
It's so beautiful.
Okay. Galadin.
Because me, Nog, and Meadow can all ride on them. Just
Yep.
hang out.
All right. Well, I'm gonna come to this hill right over here, sit my ass down, and watch the
Watch the
Watch the
magic happen.
festivities.
He's done.
Can I?
Okay.
Can I? Am I able to take a short rest? Is that only?
You guys are gonna get a chance for a rest after this. You can like start resting now, but like it's not gonna complete or anything.
If you eat, is that going to restore health?
No, but a short
Okay.
rest would, and a long rest will, and you guys are
Okay.
gonna have an opportunity for that soon.
Got it.
right.
On the ferret's turn, you guys can go ahead and try one more time. One of you may attempt to make an animal handling check at advantage.
I
Dibs.
will.
Oh,
Go for
I
it.
heard
Go
Keto
for it.
first.
Go for it, Keto. I was going to recommend Keto anyway.
Just animal handling.
You did advantage, so right click advantage, then roll.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, I didn't die. GG.
Nice.
Hey,
Let's go.
Nice.
And with that, it will sit down and completely accept you. And you have successfully tamed. an
Let's
Orem Vorax.
go. Woo!
Does Glunk fall off because it sat down?
Skunk, you want to go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw?
Wait, why would I fall off?
Fantastic point.
How would I
You
fall
guys
off?
are
it
riding
sat
the
down.
thing. It sat down.
Oh, and it's at an angle. It's like a slide right
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
So what am I rolling?
A dexterity saving throw.
Oh, dexterity. Dang it.
And you don't manage to stay on. You do just a series of backwards somersaults and then kind of land sitting down on the ground behind it. All right. So for the description of this for you guys, it is an Orem Vorax. And this one, being a den leader, is an Orem Vorax that has fed on a steady supply of precious metals and has gradually grown in size, making it faster and deadlier than others of its kind.
Oh.
Oh, cool.
They are aggressive omnivores, attack any prey they think they can best, and will ambush creatures, even double their size. They supplement their diets with metal, whether it's worked or ore, and they have a particular taste for gold. This diet lends Ormforex its golden fur. And
Wow.
something that is specific to this forest that I should have mentioned earlier but didn't remember to, is this is the Gilded Forest. If you look around, the trees in this area have a slight sparkle of gold to them, almost like they're laced
Yes.
with long strands of glitter. And that is where these Ormvorax, that's why they are native to this forest.
Yas,
Alright,
Queen.
So you guys have exited combat, and you now have a friendly Ormvorax.
Yes.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Alright, what would you guys like to do now that you've ended combat?
I would like to go find some food.
You have
So,
rations.
Yeah,
We have
so
some
you guys
food.
will make camp. Would you like to do anything before making camp?
Do you want to go? All of us grab our weapons. and
Hint,
stuff
hint.
like
Would
that?
you like to attempt to skin the other Ormvorax?
That
who
is that
have
is
pelts
yeah.
made out of
I'm
gold?
going to attempt
Yes.
that.
100%.
So
I'm
the two
going-
people that said yes already, because
Brutal.
there's only 2 of these.
Haha.
Each of you can make a sleight of hand check to see if you can skin its pelt and how
Alright.
well you do so.
Here
I'm
we
going
go.
to lead it.
Heyo.
I'm gonna lead the
Ah.
one that I tamed away to not lead
Sklunk,
this.
you get a perfect Ormvorax pelt. And go to your character sheet,
Okay.
and under inventory,
Yes.
you'll be somewhere it'll say manage inventory, kind of up at the top right-ish.
Yes, it does.
So click on that, and then go to where it says add custom item.
Yep.
And just change that to be Ormvorax pelt.
How am I
or just
spelling that?
golden. Just say golden pelt, because I don't even want to attempt to spell it either.
I was gonna say we could just go
And-
off whoever spells it first and then go from there.
Well, they have a proper spelling. I could send it, but that would take me a minute to do.
Golden
Just
pelt.
if you say golden pelt, it's just easier. And
I'll create a description for it.
Unfortunately, in your attempt, Zaris, you kind of mangle the pelts, but you may have kind of strips of golden flesh. So you can have like 3 like small strips of golden pelts, not a complete pelt.
Not. I blame it on. I blame it on the P.
Yeah, that's fair. I believe the one that you were skinning was the one that that did pee
Yep.
on you.
Yep.
Fucking piece of shit.
How many mains did I get, or how many pelts did I get? Just
You
one.
get one complete pelt,
Okay.
which is very valuable, and we'll eventually have some options of what you can do with that.
Okay.
All right. So with that, your guys' day 1 is over, and I'm going to assume that you will make camp and take a long rest, right? Through the night.
Yee.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. You guys then may get a long rest.